have a question for you about this new set of pickups that you've just put out through Seymour Duncan,
Yeah.
the Green Burst Strat. Is that the guitar that you bought at the House of Guitars on one of your last guitar safaris up in here?
No, no, the Green Burst is something I got from Norm's Rare Guitars. And the guitar I got from the House of Guitars was a 65 Lake Placid Blue Strat. The one I got from Norman's, which is the Seymour Duncan's, the pickup set is based on, is something I got from Norm. And that's a 64 that somebody had basically painted over the original Sunburst and made it this kind of hideous but cool green burst looking thing.
Yeah.
And it became an instant legend, that guitar. As soon as I started playing, everybody, yeah, exactly. And I'm like going, it shouldn't work, but it works great.
Yeah, I was interested in seeing that, and I have to ask you because you've done a bunch of these things. When when they finalize the pickups, do they add a little bit of the flavor of what the guitar sounds like too?
No, you have to when you're developing pickups, and we've done probably a dozen signature pickups with Seymour Duncan now, is you have to assume that they're not going into a 64 Stratocaster or a 59 Les Paul. You have to assume they're going to go into American or an imported Strat or Telly, and hopefully that the idea is to improve the tone of the stock guitar. And so we adjust the outputs using a test guitar based on what that instrument is, and we've had good luck. And sometimes you can't just go, well, the front pickup on the Greenberg Strat is a 6.2. Sometimes you have to go up to 6.5 for it to sound the same. And
Yeah.
it all comes down to an ear test. It's like, is it the mid range frequency there? Is the balance there? And you can't go, well, the source set is 6.2, and then sometimes your middle pickup 6.8. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. You're not listening with your eyes. You're listening with your ears, and you're like, that's. And we try to get it as close as possible because the instrument is part of the sound. The wood is part of the sound. So
That's
it's not.
why I ask, because I noticed that when I've got a really good set of pickups and I put them into different guitars, for me, a good set of pickups I like is something that's transparent and really just shows what the guitar does, what the guitar sounds like, without coloring it, is too much. So that's why I asked the question, because obviously they're going to sound great in that guitar, but I'm wondering, when they go into these other instruments, do they compensate for that somehow?
Yeah, and sometimes sometimes it's better or worse. It depends on the guitar, and it also depends on the gauge strings.
Right.
We voice those pickups with 10 gauge strings,
Okay.
and because most people use 10 gauge strings, not 11s,
Okay. Does
and
your
that's
go-to is 11s?
11s. Yeah, but guitars sound different with 10s versus 11s. So
Sure.
it's not an exact science. You're just kind of guessing, and hopefully it moves the needle.
Okay. All right. So are you 11s in standard typically, or do you tune
Let
down on
11s,
some?
no, 11s in standard.
Oh, good, man. It's you're manhandling those guitars at that
No,
at that
our,
rate.
our our guitar player Josh Smith, he uses 13s in standard, which is
I,
insane.
I've
That is
heard that.
that is unplayable. That's not hard. That is unplayable.
Yeah, and not if you're going to be bending notes,
He
that's
bends the hell out of it. I don't know how he does it. I really don't.
genetics, I guess.
Correct.
So